Spice Math. That's right. You add it up, multiply it, man. Spice Math. Okay. A couple things we're gonna learn today. Spice Math. All right. Take some time, educate yourself. Spice Math. That's right. You won't believe it's just math. Come on.
Hi, I'm Ruth Doughton.
Hi, I'm Aaron Williams.
Hi, I'm Brandon Alexander.
Hi, I'm Kelvin Doughton.
Hello, I'm Lyndon Sincere.
We are your Spice Math tutors.
You won't believe it's just math. Just math.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Spice Math. I'm excited. Why? Because we are going to explore and study linear equations. By the end of this video, you should be able to 1. Write a definition of a linear equation. 2. Identify a linear algebraic equation. 3. Recognize a linear equation and name its parts. 4. Use an online app to graph a linear equation. And finally, formulate your own linear equations. I must say I'm excited because any topic in math that is related to graphing equations, whether linear or nonlinear, spurs something inside of me. So I hope you are excited as well. Let's begin. The tools you would need are a pen and a pencil, a ruler, a notebook, Desmos graphing calculator, or GeoGebra. Take a moment to go online and search for Desmos graphing calculator or GeoGebra. You're also free to use any other online app that can graph your equations. Let's get started. Defining the linear equation. I would like you to read this definition with me. A linear equation is a statement that uses an equal sign. The linear equation shows equality between two expressions and/or equality between an expression and a constant. Take a moment to write this definition in your notebook. Let us talk about 3 features of the linear equation. Read along with me. The linear equation has 1 or more unknown or unknowns. 2, the highest power of the unknown or unknowns is or are 1. 3, when graphed, a linear equation produces a straight line. And this is the one that I'm really excited about, and I hope you are. So we will spend some time examining each one of the 3 features. Allow me to write some linear equation examples on the board. That heading says examples of linear equations. 1. So here we have 4 examples of linear equations. In the first example, you can see there is a relationship between an expression and a constant. In the second example, we have a relationship or an equality between an expression and another expression. In our third example, again, there is a relationship between an expression and another expression. Here, number 4, a relationship or an equality between a single expression and a single expression. Number 5, a relationship between a single expression and a combined expression. The linear equation has one or more unknowns. If we look at example 1, you'll notice that the unknown is x. In example 2, the unknown, even though x is here and here, is still x. However, in example 5, there are two unknowns, y and x. In the second feature of the linear equation, the highest power of the unknown should be 1. Here, you can see that the highest power of x is indeed 1. Just let me say that when we write a variable in mathematics without an exponent, without a power, it is understood that the power is 1. And so if you examine the 5 equations, you will notice that the highest power of each one of the unknowns indeed is 1. The third feature of a linear equation says, when graphed, a linear equation produces a straight line. Let's look here. The red line represents the equation x is equal to 3. The blue line represents the equation x is equal to 1. And the green line represents the equation y is equal to 5x plus 4. At this point, we are going to graph some linear equations, first on our Cartesian planes, then in our graphing calculator program. Let's begin. I would like you to get your ruler, and we're going to design a Cartesian plane somewhere in the middle of your notebook. Follow me. So we are going to label our origin, our axes, the x-axis, the y-axis, and let us evenly calibrate our x-axis. 1, 2, 3, that's enough. -1, -2, -3. 1, 2, 3. -1, -2, -3. We are going to sketch two lines. One, x is equal to -2. And the second line, y is equal to 3. To sketch the line x is equal to -2, you go straight to your x-axis within your Cartesian plane. Look for the x value that is -2. There it is. You're going to draw a vertical line through -2. And there you have it. This is the line x is equal to -2. I know you're getting through, so let's try the second one. Here we're going to draw the line y is equal to 3. So we go to our y-axis, we look for the number 3, place our ruler in a horizontal position against that number, and we draw a straight horizontal line through 3. And I would like you to label your line, as I'm doing as well. Y is equal to 3. And there you have it. You have produced 2 examples of linear graphs. And so here comes the exciting part, where we are going to go to our graphing calculator to prove that what we have done is correct, and as well as to explore other more examples of linear equations. So let me give you some time to open up your graphing app, and we are going to sketch the ones that we have done on our Cartesian plane, and as well as some examples that I'm about to give to you. Here are the examples, coupled with the 2 that you would have done in your Cartesian plane. So together we have 4 graphs to sketch in our app. I am going to do the first one for you, and then you're going to have fun doing the others. So now that we would have drawn our graphs in our Cartesian planes, we can now attempt to draw our linear graphs in our downloaded program. Here I'm using Desmos, so I believe by now you would have downloaded that program. And I'm going to show you how to type in the linear equation. The first one is x is equal to -2. So you can look here, and this is exactly how you type it in. And the red line shows that linear graph. So we were correct. Now to type another linear equation, you click right below here. And the second one we're going to experiment with is y is equal to 3. And there you have it. Here, the blue line demonstrates our second linear graph. Now, I would like you to experiment with those on your screen. So students, I know that you have found that exercise very exciting. I was excited about sketching those graphs as well. Now I would like you to explore some other examples of linear equations. I would like you to read them with me. 5 is equal to 3x plus 2. C plus 16 is equal to 4. 10 plus a is equal to -3. 2x plus 7 minus 5x is equal to 3x minus 9. X is equal to 3. Y is equal to 5x plus 4. I'll stop here and draw your attention to the 7th example, which is quite different to the first 6. This one is a worded equation. Let's read together. When I think of a number x, I double it, then add 6. The result is 24. At this point, I would like you to form a linear algebraic equation from this worded statement. Let me assist you. It says, when I think of a number x, so I would write x, I double it. In mathematics, when we double an entity or a quantity, it means multiplying that quantity by 2 or adding that quantity twice. So I'll choose multiplying that quantity by 2. Let's read the statement again from the beginning. When I think of a number x, I double it. Let's continue. Then add 6. So that's plus 6. The result is 24. In mathematics, is denoted by the equal sign. The result is equal to 24. And there you have formed your first linear equation. Parts of a linear equation. A linear equation has a left-hand side. So in this example, you can see that the left-hand side is c plus 16. In this example, you can see that the left-hand side is y. A linear equation has a right-hand side as well, what we call the RHS. The right-hand component here is 4. And the components of the right-hand side in this example is 5x plus 4. Let us consider some linear equations. I am going to create some for you. 6 is equal to 10x plus 3. Now I would like you to do an activity, and I'm going to demonstrate the activity first. I would like you to use an object or your finger to cover the contents of the left-hand side, and as well as to cover in turn the contents of the right-hand side. Let me demonstrate that for you. Left-hand side, right-hand side. Thereafter, I would like you to say the components of the left-hand side and to say the components of the right-hand side. The left-hand side has the constant 6. The right-hand side has the expression 10x plus 3. Now let us do this one together. First, you're going to cover the contents of the left-hand side, then cover the contents of the right-hand side. Left-hand side, right-hand side. The components of the left-hand side read 2x plus 3. The right-hand side, 3x minus 4. So, have fun. I have a list of 6 equations that you're going to play around with, and you're going to enjoy covering the contents and saying the contents of each side of those 6 equations. So they're all yours. Have fun. One of the things that you should know is that the unknown in a linear equation is referred to as a term or a quantity. The numbers in a linear equation are called constants. Now here's an example of a linear equation and the parts identified. Let me read it for you. 2x plus 7 minus 5x is equal to 3x minus 9. Here we have 3 terms or quantities and 2 constants. The 3 terms are 2x, negative 5x, 3x. The constants are 7 and negative 9. I would like you to return to your 6 linear equations that I would have asked you to identify the left-hand side and the right-hand side for, and to identify the parts of those. I would like you to write them down in your notebooks. Write down the terms and write down the constants. What you can do, you can probably divide your page in half or create a table and the headings, terms and constants, and list for each equation the terms and the constants. Great. So by now, you should be comfortable with creating or formulating your own linear equations in words as well as in algebraic format. And so I would like to leave this interesting activity for you. Here it is. 1. Create and write 6 interesting equations, including 1 unknown or 2 unknowns. 2. Create and write some interesting worded equations of real-life scenarios, and be sure to share them with your friends. It was nice working with you today. See you next time on our next episode of Spice Math.